Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. A Big Ten showdown is coming, conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Maryland Terrapins. And the Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. Boy, he was cutting that one close, wasn't he? Almost kicked it out of bounds, but it went into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Terrapins offense will get the first swing of the game. And all eyes will be on this man because he is electrifying every time he touches the ball.
I mean, so much fun to watch. Can hit home runs, can make big plays. Everything in this offense starts with that grown man.
What I really like about him, too, is he's versatile, right? He can carry the rock, he can catch the football, he's good at blocking. This guy stays on the field for a reason.
Bounced off his feet.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On second down, wants to throw. Got his man down the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Bully ball on third and short. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Terrapins will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll bring it back. It's Sanders. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Ohio State! How about that special teams play? Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on the field.
Quick strike complete. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
At the 45 on his way. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game.
They get him down after he makes the catch.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route. But you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
Great job by the offense, being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage, I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
The Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. And this defense, this crowd, this atmosphere, it can rattle an offense in a hurry.
You can shake them up. When you can get to the quarterback and affect them, we all know they become very human. They start seeing things. And with this crowd, they can't hear anything. This place is going absolutely nuts. Nice job rushing the passer, igniting the crowd.
Finds his man down the middle. Finds a crease at the 20. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins!
Nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And they tacked on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Buckeyes offense has the ball for the first time. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back. And this defensive end can put him there often.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. The option look. He'll toss it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Going to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to throw, it's Langford. He's not afraid to go deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Great play by the defensive back, showing you his variety of skills. His ability to turn the hips, his speed running downfield, turning his head to locate the football and then swatting it away. You just can't do it better.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it set up on the outside. Still on his feet at the 45. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Perfect play call against the perfect defense. They came with a blitz, and the offense had the screen pass called at the right time. Running back gets it in his hands. He's got linemen out in front, getting hats on hats. You can't do it any better than that.
They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Carter. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Langford. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Offensive players know where the ball is going. Defensive players don't. Great job by the DB adjusting to the football, seeing it, playing the wide receiver, and making sure he can't catch the football.
On 3rd down, going up top. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Whew, boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he sing that thing in there? Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough on-run.
Got the big tight end on the corner route. And tight coverage right there, but he makes the grab, and they've got it on the 11 and a red zone chance. And the Terrapins have pushed it inside the 20. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. A 3rd and long here. They can pick up the first down without getting the touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following, get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Dropping back, it's Langford. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Quarterback checking the play. On second down, they'll take to the air. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You can tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. What a disappointment. No good. Guys, that field goal could loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He's got his man. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Simple call, excellent execution, moves the sticks on third down.
These QBs and receivers, man, they run this route in practice thousands of times. So it's nice to see them come out here and execute it in game conditions. Great job with the timing, great job with the depth and the route. Nice work between those two.
Now on second down. Looking to throw it again. Going downfield for the big play. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
A third and long coming up here. Gets it out quickly. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He'll pull it down. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. It is good! And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Penn State is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far today at Happy Valley. They're up by 10 over Illinois. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered.
Looking for a deep man. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Touchdown Buckeyes! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish that.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You've got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. The throw to the outside is complete. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the 1st down at the 30. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on 3rd down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
And the runner is down, and so is the flag.
Hold it, offense.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. They almost moved the chains on that last one, now 2nd and inches. Leaves it with the running back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking downfield, it's Langford. Unloads it downfield. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown,
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He'll keep it himself. At the 35, he's open. He gets those chains moving, gets... by the 32-yard line.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He'll do it himself. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. The Terrapins line up to punt it away. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
To the air, it's Langford. Trying to get behind the defense. Reels it in down the left side. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, the inside give. The Buckeyes get it past the sticks. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. The give on the inside. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the coverage team all over it, and the punt is down inside the 40.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams. And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense, maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a 1st down. They'll give it to him again. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll test the right side. Defense coming through and knocking him down for a loss, and that'll be the end of the 3rd period. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. To the air, it's Langford. Throws toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead, but if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the 2nd half, and I think that's the right decision.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolute shank. Missed it. Still up by 8 after the miss.
That keeps the score. Ohio State 28, Maryland 20.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Got it behind the line. It's Proctor. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good job on the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the big fella. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happening.
That's good enough.
This game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
He's going to pass. Using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Trying play action. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Terrapins will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Bringing it back, it's Sanders. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. The give from the gun. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Pass to 45. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
On the option. And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
3rd down coming up.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Back to pass, it's Langford. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback, because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
Surging forward on the sneak.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red snoop. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They move the tight end all over. They'll try the outside to the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 9th play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Just a short pass to the tight end.
Well, the defense needs one more stop. They did a nice job not giving up a first down that last one, but with the lead late like this, one more stop, and they're going to win this game.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And they got to the line expeditiously, spiked it and stopped the clock. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot. And the pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got to lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching